Welcome to And Then There Were Three.
Hey guys, I'm Anna.
I'm Kaley.
And I'm Katie.
Kaley still does her weird pause.
Sorry.
And if you listen to the last episode, Kaley did give a really awkward pause. Did anyone catch that?
I did. Yeah, I didn't think I did at the moment, but when I listened, I was like, wow.
You were defending yourself, and
Yeah,
me
you
and
did,
Katie
and I
were
was
like,
like,
dude, you waited like
in the
way
moment
too
it felt
long.
right. In the moment it felt normal and right.
Okay. Well, speaking of normal and right, the opposite of anything that happens to Kaley. Tell us,
where are you going with that?
Tell us what happened to you yesterday, just to prove how chaotic your life is.
First of all, can we acknowledge that it's literally 9 a.m. right now and we're recording?
In Arizona, 10 a.m. where I am, so I'm ready to go.
I'm still waking up. I'm like really tired today. But yeah, yesterday my day was chaotic per usual. So I recently obviously moved to Arizona. And something that I feel like people don't acknowledge or talk about when you move somewhere is like finding all your new places. Like, I don't know where to get my hair done. I don't know where to get my nails done. I don't have a doctor here. Like, there's so many things and you like have to find the right person. So it takes like trial and error. And so anyways, I have some prescriptions and stuff that I need to get refilled. And it like requires you to go to a doctor because you get whatever. And so I'm like, all right, I'll make an appointment online, easy peasy. So I make an appointment like an hour before the appointment. Like it literally was like at 10:40 and I was making it at 9 a.m. And I was like, perfect. So I get there and
why did you pick this person?
She looked friendly and nice and young and like that she could relate to me. And so I was like,
as
perfect.
a doctor.
I like to chit-chat.
You want your doctor to go out to dinner with you or something?
I like when my doctor can relate to me and like acknowledge my feelings.
That's fair.
No, I don't like I'm acting like she's my therapist, but like
I different doctor experiences than I do, I think.
I just like when they're like, I know how you're feeling, or like, yeah.
You like your validation.
Yes. And I think that's what makes a doctor great, because if you whatever. Anywho, but I get there and the nurse lady was like, oh, why are you here? And I was like, oh, I need a prescription refill. And she's like, well, you came to a gynecologist. Like, this is a gynecologist office. And I'm like, what? I was like, no. Like, I made an appointment online, like, specifically for a prescription refill. Like, I stated that in the online thing. And she's like, oh, okay, well, like, what do you need refilled? Like, probably asking, like, birth control or something. And I was like, my Adderall. And she's like,
Jesus.
okay, like, are you like due for anything? Like blah, blah, blah. And she was like, have you ever had a pap smear before? I was like, no.
Oh God.
And then she was like, well, do you want one? I was like, well, I mean, I just drove fucking 25 minutes here. So sure, I might as well make use of this
give me a pap smear.
So literally I drove 25 minutes out of my day to go get a pap smear instead of getting my prescription refilled. So, oh, and also during this time, I was on FaceTime with Anna, and I'm trying to find parking. And like a new doctor's office, like, first of all, you don't know where to go inside because the building's huge. The parking lot situation is always so chaotic. You never know where to go. There's doctor parking, there's patient parking, at this one, there's valet parking. So I'm like on my phone, FaceTiming Anna, also on Google Maps, trying to like figure out which building it is. And then so I'm like, fuck it. Like, let me just pull into the spot real quick and like stop my car, because obviously I can't drive and navigate at the same time. And so I stopped my car, and this guy's like, hey, this is valet parking only. And I was like, I know, I'm just stressed and I don't know where to go.
And
I was like, don't
I was
yell
on
at me.
FaceTime, like she said. Kaylee was actually yelling at this man. She was like, I know. It was just like when we asked her if she was taking weekly classes. She was like, I am. It was, and I yelled at Kaylee and I go, why are you yelling at him? And apparently
And my
her
window was down and
down.
she's full blast on my car speaker, and he definitely heard. And like after I said that, he was just like, okay, and just like walked away.
Yesterday, Kaylee was on a FaceTiming rampage with me, and she literally FaceTimed me her entire trip to Costco. Girl has no shame in public. She'll just FaceTime anyone, talk out loud. She doesn't have AirPods in or anything. She's one of those people.
But I feel like you would absolutely hate if someone else was doing that.
Yes, Kaylee would hate that.
No.
Yes.
You can't, because you do it yourself.
Well, I mean, people talk on the phone at Costco all the time, or not at Costco, but like at stores. That doesn't annoy me.
I feel like
if
we've
you're
had
at
a
store.
conversation before where you're like, why are you on speakerphone with your mom?
That's true.
At the
That's
store?
true.
And
Receipts.
you said that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're getting
Pull
called
up
out
the
right now.
receipts.
I do
It's
think
probably
I'm
on
pretty
the
sure I
podcast
think
at
it is on the podcast.
Katie,
or the bonus
Katie's always
episode.
trying to prove me wrong.
Because you always just spit things all the time. I'm like, you literally said the opposite of that.
But anyways, we were at Costco, and Kaylee's getting us breakfast items for when we all visit, me and my roommate Taylor, in less than a week for both of us. And she was getting Ava too, and Nicole. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine what this trip is going to be like. But
shout out Nicole.
Jesus.
Nicole's been wanting to be featured.
Nicole is being featured when we all come.
She says she's working on a script right now.
Yeah, she's really nervous. And she literally almost canceled her trip because she has no outfit to wear for waste management and is scared about being on the pod.
No, she'll do just fine. You don't need a script or anything. You'll look at us.
She
We have no
literally
script
wanted to
every
write
day.
it out.
No, she's like reading.
I know, and then she's like, do you have a teleprompter? She's like, do you have a teleprompter? Like,
A teleprompter?
We're probably going to be recording off an iPhone. We are not having a teleprompter.
We might actually be, for real. But last thing about Kaylee's FaceTiming in Costco, she was like, should I get muffins? And I knew that my sound was really loud on Kaylee's phone, and I was screaming, Mommy, get muffins! And yelling, so people would look at her really weird in the aisles.
Because I would like, in certain aisles, it was really loud, so I had to like crank it up and be like, what are you saying? And then in other aisles, it was like silence. And in the silent aisle, she's like, Mommy, get muffins! I want muffins! And I'm like, shut up. And this like literally old man was staring at me, and I'm like, I'm so sorry.
He's like,
but,
wow, that's a young mom.
Costco, unless you're a mother, isn't like a single person trip. Like you need to have someone there.
You need a support system at Costco.
Yes,
you really do.
It's scary in there. It's
like
just
I went to hell and back. I walked around that whole damn place looking for fucking cream cheese. I'm not kidding you. I walked down the aisle probably 5 times and I missed it every time.
Costco's at like the maximum security. Like you need to show your freaking ID membership card, and then as you leave, you're like,
it's like getting into a club.
Okay, I need to see the entire receipt. Like,
yes, this bitch pulled up. I got like a giant thing of paper towels. This bitch in my cart was like grabbing everything out to make sure there was nothing underneath that I didn't like steal anything. I'm like, I'm not stealing from Costco.
Costco has higher security than the nightclubs.
Only IKEA.
Only at IKEA. You stole at IKEA.
On accident. I accidentally stole 4 shelves. Not
Shelves?
just like 1 item, like 4. They were mini. They're like $10 each.
This is because you don't pay attention to anything. Hence why you're getting a pap smear on a weekday in the morning. Literally, this is your punishment because you don't read the fine lines of anything. You're going to sign a contract someday and be like, oh, I just gave up my entire house and savings.
Literally.
Like you need someone to like read everything for you.
Katie was there with me too. We both missed it.
I'm surprised you're not in jail.
I actually did see it, but I was like, I don't want to make a scene right now if she didn't pay for it.
Yeah, that'd be awkward.
But I was like, maybe she didn't. I just wasn't looking at her scanning it. But I was like, if she didn't pay for it, then I don't want to make a big scene, or I don't know. One time I accidentally stole a ring from, I think Hollister or something, and I threw it away because I felt so guilty.
No, literally, I feel like karma would just get me. So Kaylee, watch out for the IKEA gods that are coming for you.
I know. My karma was getting a pap smear yesterday.
No, that was actually your punishment, for sure.
Your IKEA punishment.
And I'm like I was telling my doctor sometimes I just like say too much to people, and I was like, I'm literally almost 23, and I was like, I still need my mom to make my appointments sometimes because literally I'm like, this is what happens if I try to do anything myself. I end up at the fucking gynecologist for a prescription refill.
It's because we can't get our freaking Adderall refilled. The state of Arizona is just out of Adderall apparently.
Yeah, that's effed up.
One Kaylee like called a bunch of Walgreens asking if they had any of her prescription for Adderall in stock, and they said that they hadn't seen that in 5 months.
Oh my gosh. Like, what are people doing? Like, Kaylee obviously needs it, but there's other people in this world that probably need it even worse. I can't even imagine.
Yes, there are. We know them.
But
Anna, what are you most excited about for staying with us for 8 days?
Oh my gosh. Probably just the laughs. In our friend group, we don't do drugs. We just do laughs. We don't do coke. We just do laughs. And our drug of choice is humor, and we have plenty of it. I'm just excited to laugh and hang out with you guys and just feel like I lived there for a little bit, and it's probably going to feel like that. I'm basically moving in for 8 days, And I know Kaley thinks that I'm going to distract her every single day, which I probably
No,
will.
if anything, Kaylee's going to distract you.
That's what I said. I was like, no,
Dude,
Kaley, you're going to disrupt
Kaylee's
me.
the roommate that just like walks in your room and just like stares at you.
Yes.
I'm like, do you need something? She's like, hi, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm answering emails. Yesterday, she just like laid in my bed, shoes on, feet in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but still, shoes on, feet in the air, and was just like laying there. And I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? She just, every time I leave my room, she's like, what are you doing? I'm like,
she just has to know. She's so
I'm
curious all the
washing a
time.
dish. So Kaylee's gonna distract you.
That's what I said. I'm gonna try to actually be doing work, and Kaylee's gonna be
because
yapping.
her Adderall is out. Her Adderall is out.
Oh, I'm aware, and I don't know how you've dealt with it, Katie.
You need like a happy medium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're gonna slip
Like,
a horse tranquilizer.
Like I love when you come in my room and you're like, hey, what's up? But when I'm trying to work,
there's a time and place.
There's a time and place. Like,
yeah,
it can only take so much, Kaley.
Yeah.
Literally.
Are you excited for the nice weather?
I'm excited for the nice weather because I walked outside today, got in my car, and you can see your breath in your car, and that's when you know. Like,
okay, so
that's when you know it's bad.
I've been having this issue ever since I've moved. I keep forgetting what month it is. Like, seriously, yesterday I was driving.
That's how I was when I was in Hawaii.
I was driving to my photo shoot, and I was like, wait, what month is it?
I think it's summer.
It's so nice here.
Mm-hmm.
It's so nice here that it's like, no way it's February. No way.
You keep waking up forgetting where you are, because I've had that like this whole week, and I don't know what's going on.
Not forgetting where I am, but definitely like what day, what year, what year everything is.
I always think it's
I woke
2010.
Up in the middle of the night
I don't know
the
why.
Other night, and I was genuinely like scared. Like I could not figure out where the fuck I was, and it was so dark in my room. I was like, where am I?
Do you ever wake up and think that you went out the night before, but you actually didn't? And you're like, what did I do? What did I do?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's a Wednesday morning.
Like, I have dreams where I'm going out and I just get like fucked up. And then I like wake up dream and I'm like, oh my God. Like what I do?
Yeah.
Or like I'll have a dream that I did something and I'm like, God damn, I gotta apologize for that today.
I had a dream that I hooked up with Harry Styles last night. Interesting dream. Ooh. I don't know why I was thinking about him, but
I don't think.
And Lauren Wood was there, of course.
And Lauren Wood was there, of course. So Anna's coming for Waste Management Open and the Super Bowl, and she is convinced that we are going to be partying with the Super Bowl champion.
Yes, we will. And
that is a bold assumption.
Yeah, I just think it'll happen. I think if anyone's
going to do it, it's not going to happen.
I know you guys are so against it. I was like, if anyone's going to A, know who the players are, B, know where they're going, and C,
people are gonna know who they
love
are.
You. I mean, yes, you'll know who they are, but I think
they're gonna be holding their whatever.
They bring the Lombardi Trophy out. That would be sick. How the NHL does it, they have a huge cup and they'll like pour beer in it and just like, I don't know, hockey players are crazy, but we're going to find the Super Bowl winners and we're going to party with them and we'll take a video and then they're going to buy us a sign that says, and then there were 3.
Next weekend, we're going to be posting up with the Lombardi Trophy on our Instagram.
If I'm not with Jalen Hurts by the end of this trip, I'm going to be pissed. All right, well, we asked people for questions
God, these are so funny.
On Instagram. And we got some interesting ones. I'm going to pick out some of my favorites. Here's one from.
I actually was laughing out loud at a few of them.
I'll save that one, I think, for one of the last ones. But just a few here. Emma asked, ugliest morning you ever had besides a hangover at the Petite Suite? Anyone have what's been the worst hangover of your life?
I think mine was after Valentine's Day.
Oh God.
2021. And that was when me and Cole Powell got overserved at the Capitol District.
And you fell asleep?
And I fell asleep. And then I had to get carried into your house.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up in your bed and I remember grabbing the wall and having like letting out a huge thank God I made it.
And you knew you were in my bed because I've exposed Brick and you could just touch it and be like, oh my God, I'm home. Honestly, I would do that too. Be like, where am I?
I think my worst hangovers happened in high school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Somehow.
That's
I don't
kind of bad, but yeah.
That sounds really bad. But I can't think of any off the top of my head from college or recently that I've been like, so bad.
My worst hangover was probably after my 20th birthday. Do you remember that?
Dude,
that was also
I was just
worst.
thinking that night that we went out at midnight for your birthday, I was thinking, that could have been one of my
Oh my God. The
hangovers.
night before my 20th birthday, we went out to the bars. Don't
just
do this
Anna
at home.
and I
just
and
me
two other boys.
Yeah, just me and Kaley and two other of our guy friends. And we seriously just went crazy at this one bar that we never went to in Blackstone.
You were
and
like 19.
Drinks, shot, yeah.
Anna was turning 20.
Yeah, I was turning 20. Just woo, whatever.
Like so many tequila shots.
So many tequila shots. It was awful. And we go home, and these two guys like come home with us. I don't know what their motives were, if they thought we were gonna like kiss them or anything, but me and Kaley were
too drunk.
I remember we just left them in the living room and just went downstairs, and we both like threw up on the ground. We woke up with throw up next to my bed and in the bathroom and by my door. I was two of the piles and you were one of them. And then I texted.
You guys are like cats.
Yes,
just, like,
literally like cats. I
everywhere.
texted the guys that we had hung out with the next morning, and I was like, "What happened to us? Like, what did we do when we got home? Did you guys stay?" And they're like, "You guys just went downstairs and left us and never came back up, so we just went home." And I was like, "Oh."
No, I remember this because like I never throw up after drinking really, but like Anna and I had gone and like also with Zoe gotten like a huge meal before we went out. Like,
it was meatball. This is why I can't have meatball anymore.
Yeah. And so like we ate so much and then we went out and we're just like taking shots.
Pasta.
Yeah. And I remember like going to bed and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to throw up. And I was like running to the bathroom. I was like sprinting and I couldn't make it in time. And so I threw up all over Anna's bathroom floor and cleaned it up with toilet paper because I was like, Anna's going to be so mad if I use one of her towels. I was like, so I grabbed a fuck ton of toilet paper and was just like wiping it
I
up.
slept on the bathroom floor the next night.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I have a picture of it.
Ew.
Dude, that bathroom floor was gross. And just my room in general, like seriously, I threw up on that rug in my room 4 times. We've talked about this before.
Like mice.
There was mice. There was crickets. There was roly-polies. Like it was a 1912 house. There was a lot of things wrong with it. It's not up to code. Literally, my roommate Taylor fell through the deck while she was working out, like doing jumping jacks and just right through the deck. And she had the biggest scratch on her leg. And our maintenance guy
videotape.
Oh, and it was before we had the ring in the backyard. I'm so pissed we don't have it on video. We caught so many people talking shit outside, and we would just listen back to it over and over again because it was sound and video on our front porch and our back porch. So when we'd have people over, we would listen in the morning and just hear these girls talking mad shit on their friends. It was insane. It was hilarious.
Oh my God.
So be careful about ring cameras when you're walking in and out of parties and stuff because we caught some shit. But
wait till you're in a safe zone.
And literally people had sex on our back porch on our couches back there. So I'm glad we didn't have the freaking cameras out at the time because we would have caught a porno in our backyard. The only thing we caught on camera was our felon neighbor Sean walking through, plugging in his pager to the side of our house and then leaving, or literally just walking through our yard and like stealing our water off the side of our house. Yeah, he is a whole nother story, but
I hope he's doing okay.
We had some interesting things. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Anna, you said you had the show planned out today. Oh, is it the questions?
Yeah.
We got sidetracked.
Well, that's okay. That's what this podcast is all about, getting sidetracked. Okay, next question. Some of them are like pretty short. We could quickly answer. What are your favorite travel destinations and why? From Hollow Expressions. The Petite Suite.
The Petite Suite is national.
My favorite
treasure.
travel destination.
I have to say Hawaii.
I know Anna's answer.
Hawaii, because I just went there.
Yeah.
So I've never been out of the country. I'm so not cultured on the travel side. What's been your guys's? You both have traveled across the world, so.
Across the world?
I don't know. You guys have been to tropical places.
Across the world, the Caribbean.
Cancun.
Cancun's my favorite.
I love the Rio.
Honestly, I've been to Hawaii and it was really pretty. Another strange thing, not strange, but like, I really liked when I went to Montana. It was really pretty
That'd be
and
cool.
deserted.
That's cool. I want to go to Montana. Okay.
Really pretty lakes.
I liked Turks and Caicos, and I love the East Coast
Mm-hmm. Yes.
in the fall.
Yep.
Very pretty trees. New York City.
Okay. Next question from Justin. I won't say your last name because I don't know if you want this out there, but how do you break up with someone that thinks you're dating for 1 year but you aren't dating? Such a bold question to ask. I love that.
Are you still
submitted.
talking? Like,
I want to know which.
are you leading her on? Are you chatting with her?
A year's a long time to not set someone straight of if you're dating or not. So I would say that's both of your faults for like.
Yeah.
Have you guys not talked about it?
Yeah.
you-
Does she call
What do you mean she thinks you're dating? Just fucking tell her you're not.
I would, yeah.
Okay, wait. That reminds me that don't you guys think that girls handle rejection way better than guys? Like guys cannot handle rejection. Like I think
Totally, because it's all about the ego. And
Yeah.
guys have more fragile egos.
like girls will get over it, but
No
I feel like
offense.
guys, like if a girl were to tell a guy like, "Hey, we haven't been dating for a year," he would be like distraught.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Like
think
guys can't get over like I don't know.
Well,
I
just
think
feel
I would
like
be
they-
pretty distraught too if I thought I had a boyfriend for a year and he was like, we were never
yeah,
dating.
I think
No,
women
but
get the heat
A
more.
girl would handle it better than a guy.
Well, but the stories that you hear are like always going to be the crazy girlfriend that,
Yeah.
you know, went on this crazy rampage.
Or like not even like just like a short-term relationship. Like if you're just talking, like a girl would be like, oh, okay, but like
Yeah.
I feel like guys really like linger on the fact and like don't let it go.
They get up really upset, and that's their personality trait for the next 3 months.
No,
Yeah.
that's so true. And then it like really affects everything that they do every day. And then they become awful to hang out with. Who is the most relevant side character in your guys' lives and why? Said from Ava herself, who will be joining us on our adventure to Scottsdale.
That's a good question.
I'm
I
going to
would
say
say-
it.
Thanks, Ava. What?
It might be Eagles, man. Because the Eagles
No.
are in the Super Bowl. And he might come back. And we're scared.
I was going to say, like, Anto.
Anto. Yes. The
I
best
mean, like,
promoter ever in Scottsdale.
We see Anto, like, we're avidly trying to avoid Eagles, man.
Mm-hmm.
Side character? The most
feel like
relevant
if
side
anything,
character.
The most relevant side characters have now became some of our main characters.
The people that you actually
True.
name your group chats after. And Anto is one
Yeah.
of them. And we are going to
True.
see him next week. And he's a promoter in Old Town.
Keith.
Kiefer.
Drew.
I follow him on Instagram still. The dude posts some interesting things.
Dude, he just posted up today and I was like, what the heck?
He posted an Instagram today. I was like, you go off, King.
Who's
You
another
pop
side?
off.
Who's another good side character? I'm trying to think.
They don't know who Kiefer is. Our listeners don't know who Kiefer is. Should we
No.
explain?
They don't know who Anto is either.
Anto's a promoter in Scottsdale. Kiefer was a promoter on my 21st birthday in Kansas City that randomly found us and brought us to his booth at the Mosaic in Power and Light, where Jackson Mahomes works.
I literally don't want the Chiefs to win just so Jackson Mahomes can't like hold the whatever champion.
Jackson Mahomes.
The
scares
Lombardi
me.
Trophy.
He's so scary.
I was talking to some people that I didn't know, like personally know him, and they were talking about Jackson Mahomes, and I was like, oh, that's funny. And they freaked out at me, and they were like, he's actually such a great guy. People give him so much shit. Shut up, like freaking out. And I was like,
Oh my god.
I didn't say anything bad about him. I mean, I guess
Like, how much money is he paying you to say?
I know. I don't know. I'm sure he's a fine guy, but
He's just cringy.
you
and that's
gotta
okay.
like if you put yourself out there like that, you're gonna take some heat. Kaley, do not tap on that.
Sorry.
Why do you need to tap on that?
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
We're like recording. She's like,
She's like knocking on things.
It's my turn to
Are you
speak.
playing the drums?
Yes. Katie and I just went to Austin.
Oh, did you?
I have a
What
funny
just reminded me of that was my ankles hurting, and I literally, so it was raining the whole weekend in Austin, and we were at like a 3-story bar club thing, and we had been day drinking
Buford's?
all. No,
No.
a
Oh.
different one. But we'd been day drinking all day, and we were like hungry. We were leaving the bar or something, and literally like we're like for some reason sprinting down these stairs. And keep in mind, it was raining. It's wet. The stairs are slippery. I eat absolute shit. Like slam my left side of my body into like I don't even know. I have a giant bruise on like the side of my thigh, and
Show us.
I have a picture of it. I can show you, but I'm not going to pull up my pants.
I'm kidding.
Show us your butt.
Show us your butt.
I would love to show you guys my butt. Okay.
That's how we're going to start the podcast.
This isn't even as bad as it is right now.
Oh my God. You're like an old lady. How do you bruise so easily? You have like a disease.
And then this is my like swollen ankle.
Literally injured.
That's your punishment for going out.
Okay, so
X-rated. You are a parental figure in our lives. Stop listening, please.
Turn it off.
Unless you're Julie Trout.
You know my mother.
Unless you're Julie Trout, you can keep listening.
Unless you're Julie Trout.
Okay, so one of our friends, she just graduated from Lincoln in December, and so you know you get presents and stuff for graduation. Some family members like to give you money. So this girl, one of our friends, her grandma gave her $100 for graduating college, and she's like, "Oh my God, like what should I buy?" Obviously, she's gonna go to the sex store and buy the biggest vibrator there is. So
that seems wrong. Money from your grandma to buy a
yeah.
vibrator?
She was like, "I feel bad, but it has to happen." And we're like, "Who
So
said
it's like,
that?"
Wait, why are they that expensive? $100?
it was like
No,
$130.
she literally bought like the like nicest best one.
Okay.
It was
so it's
over
like this-
100. It
it's
wouldn't
like
even
this
cover
huge-
the whole cost.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it was
God.
over $100. So it's like this huge pink vibrator. And so the first thing it's like over Christmas that she got the vibrator or whatever because she graduated in December. So the first thing she does when she gets home, she runs upstairs, whole family in house. So she's like, all right, I gotta do this in the bathtub. And so she like starts the bath or whatever, like lays there, like
Oh, dude.
puts it in her, and she said that like she literally lasted like 10 seconds, and she said that like it was vibrating so loud that she thought her whole house was shaking, and she was like in the bathroom, like
drowning in the bathtub.
in the bathtub, like seizing because it was so powerful. And meanwhile, her parents are like in the literal other room next door.
Is that even safe to use in the bathtub?
No, it has to be waterproof. It's like $130.
She was like, I saw the light flash before my eyes. Like she was like underwater,
She was
seizing.
underwater.
Ew. That's awesome, though. Good for her. Okay, so I told Kahm, since we had some questions from some of our Instagram followers, I said, Kahm, if you have any questions about women, let me know. So Kam's been married for 6 years, so he probably knows a lot about women, but
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure
don't
there's
think he even have
questions
any
he
questions.
might have.
Yeah.
But we didn't get any good questions from our guy friends. Kahm?
Hey,
Hey!
I'm here. What's up, guys?
Kahm, I did ask you if you had any questions about women. Again, you've been married 6 years, so I'm sure
Yeah.
you know quite a bit by now.
There's some stuff that I'm never gonna figure out, and that's just how life works.
Do you like being married?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean,
I hate it.
yeah,
I hate it.
I willingly entered into this partnership, so it's not like I'm for. Please help! I'm blinking
like
twice.
being
Let me out.
married?
Yeah,
Help.
blink twice,
Like-
Kahm, if you need help.
No, I'm good. Yeah, so we've been together for 10 years, but married for 6. So
That's
We're kind of at
cute.
that point. But one of my questions, I was having a discussion with a buddy of mine this week who's also married, and his wife had a dream, which is funny that you guys were talking about dreams earlier in this episode. Had a dream, and she felt really bad about what happened in the dream. So then he's getting, like perfect date night. Like they're going to play video games, and he's going to get his favorite food, because she's so upset by the dream. I was just wondering why women, females, anybody, lets dreams affect them so much. It didn't happen. Never really happened. Not
Yeah.
anything ever happened in the world, whatever the dream was, whether it be you accidentally killed somebody or cheated on your spouse or whatever it might be.
Uh-huh.
But
It
it's
feels so real.
it feels so real that you're just
I would
guilty?
equate it to like, when you have a dream of someone like romantically and like you suddenly have a crush.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like you have like a random dream about someone in like a romantic way and you're like, wait,
I wouldn't
Do I
say I have a
like
crush
you?
on them, but I kind of look at them weirdly because I'm like, I just had a
Yes,
really romantic
yes.
dream about you, and now I have to like hang out with you.
Okay, I'm not saying every romantic dream you're gonna feel that way, but like, you know, sometimes you get like a mini crush for a second because you had a romantic dream about them. I would say that is similar. Like you just like feel something,
Or if you have
just,
a
like,
dream that
feel
someone
a certain way to them.
someone made you upset in your dream,
Yeah.
and I'll actually wake up and be upset.
Like
Yeah.
I have dreams that Katie's mean to me all the time, and sometimes I look at her and I'm like, why am I upset with you right now? And then I realize it was the dream.
Yeah.
It's a really good question because I feel like that's low key relevant. So do guys not do that?
I think we would have those dreams, but we just don't care. Where it's like, oh, that it was a dream. Nothing happened. Nothing was real. So we're
maybe
gonna
I
move
don't
on with
know.
our day, you
Women
know?
are a little bit more
I don't
emotional.
say I would like I treat the person differently. It's just like sometimes I look at them and I'm like, why am I upset with you?
It's like a subconscious thing.
Have
Yeah,
you
it's
ever,
like you
ever had one of those with when you have a significant other
Yeah.
and then you're weird with them the rest of the
Yes.
day?
Yes.
You're not weird, but like right when you wake up,
It's weird when you
especially,
wake up. Yes.
and if you're waking up next to them, you're like, get away from me, like I need some space. You just
Yes.
cheated on me.
You just
literally
cheated
just
on
cheated
me in my REM sleep.
Yeah, you know. I think it's just like, especially if you're married and you're waking up to them, you're like, oh my god, you just cheated on me, and now I have to like be like, good morning, babe.
And
No.
girls will also take it as far as like they think it's like the universe telling them that they're cheating on them.
Yeah,
That's
they're
true.
like-
You gotta
they're like,
watch out for
"This
the
is a
dreams
sign."
and the TikTok tarot card readers because you might be broken up with.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
girls will take a little sign of their like subconscious mind and be like, that is why he's actually cheating on me. This is what the universe
But
is trying to
sometimes
tell
they're
me.
right.
Oh, so like it's a
Sometimes
thing.
they're
It's a sign that if you have a dream that your significant other is cheating on you, or vice versa, that means that something actually is happening in the world. Like your significant other
Yeah,
might
like-
be
like
Like
actually
take it a
cheating
little
on you.
too far.
Yeah.
Like I will, if I have like a very vivid dream about something, I will look up the meaning of it.
Yeah.
That's cool. I used to have a book that was like, what dreams mean.
Yeah.
But if you try to
Yeah.
compile everything from what your dream had, it's like you're insane.
Yeah.
It's like going to
I
WebMD.
kept having a dream that my house was on fire. And so I was like, I need to look up the meaning. But it was like but there's so many different meanings. Like some of them are like your world's about to end, or like the other one was like you're starting a new chapter of your life.
Yeah.
I
So
do-
you really interpret it how you want.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
it's like going to
girls-
WebMD. So every time you look it up, you're like, oh, you're gonna die. No matter what.
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh my gosh, I do that all the time.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Next time you'll see us. We'll be all together in Scottsdale, Arizona. Some better weather for me.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, guys. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.